ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
If you're just getting here, it's 1,375 of y'all in here counting Facebook. Please like this video as you come in. Thank you very much. We about to get into all of the drama of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 13, Unlucky 13, episode 6, The Giving Peach. Honestly and truly, I don't even remember what happened on this episode, but I'm going to try my best to rehash some of it. What happened on there? Cynthia grapples with the decision of whether to invite her father to the wedding. Kandi organizes a food drive. Okay. Yeah, about that. One of the major things that happened, Drew Sidora was on this episode and she made up with her husband. They seem to be in a good place. For some reason, they really want us to care about their marriage, but, she says that he has apologized to her and he is moving on. He said it's a snooze fest. Look, y'all, work with me now. Help me now. Help me. I'm going to need y'all help with this. Also, Kandi and her issue with her baby daddy, honey. She want to get this $92,000 for Riley because Riley's going off to college. Now, even Kandi's people around her is telling her, they are not going to give you this money, honey. You do not need this money. But Kandi has enlisted the help of Michael Sterling. Like, she couldn't find another lawyer in Atlanta. She went to Eva's husband, because they're trying to get Eva back on the show. So she went to Michael Sterling, the one and only attorney on the show. Remember, it used to be Phaedra. Now Phaedra's gone. It's Michael Sterling. And she, asked Michael to look into the situation with her child support. So Block is behind, several months. And so he owes her $92,000. She said she wants to set up a trust and he needs to pay her. She said he used to have millions. She don't know what he did with his millions, but she wants her money from Block. Now, I don't know about you. He said, why Michael Sterling of all people? But I do believe that Kandi's storyline, like, Riley does deserve the money. It's her child support money. She deserves it, yada, yada. I understand for all the single mothers out there who need their money. I feel like they are using this to pull at y'all's heartstrings so that y'all can be on her side. However, if this was going to be her plight, if she really wanted this $92,000, she would not have waited until Riley was 18 and leaving for college. In my humble opinion, whether she needed it or not, I'm just saying she should have started this journey well before Riley was gone off to college, okay? Right. Who waits 18 years? If he had millions when she was 15, why you didn't get it when she was 15, 14, 13, 12, whatever the case may be? You said Riley lives in New York now, so she needs it. So she probably needed it before. They knew she was going off to college. They knew that Riley was not going to be at home forever. Why did she wait till right now? I'll tell you why. Because the cameras were rolling and Kandi didn't have a story. What other story would Kandi have if it were not for, asking Block for this, for y'all to be outraged? Y'all already know Kandi got all the money. Kandi got all the stores. Kandi got 2 more babies and a husband in the household. Todd hasn't said a word about this situation. To me, a lot of people seem to feel like it's, making Todd look a little bit small in the situation because, this is your household. Why is it that you got your wife running after her baby daddy to get, your daughter, who is Riley, she's your daughter now, more money? Y'all couldn't have scraped up this money to put in Riley's trust. What is going on with that? So, there's that. And Kandi's, who was it? Her hairstylist even said, you ain't getting no money. They would never give you no money. You got no money. Why would you even do this? And Kandi seemed a little bit outraged over that. What else happened, child? Can y'all wake me up? You said Riley is of legal age to pursue the action on her own. Okay, but there's that. You said Todd ain't the father. Well, Russell Wilson ain't the father either, but you see what he doing with Future's child. I'm just saying, some men, when they marry the mother, they take the child. I'm just, they are married. Todd is not going to say anything. That's more money for him. Okay. Now, in sticking with that whole single motherhood theory, Kandi was saying, I was once a single mother. I had to do this on my own. And so, I have this foundation called Kandi Cares, where I want to give back to people in need. And in the midst of this pandemic, she decided that she would do a food drive and give, single parents or whoever decided to drive up, they would give them bread and more bread and some eggs and some cheese and whatever else. So she invites all the ladies to join them. Apparently, she also asked for a donation from all of the ladies. Marlo was the first person to cut the check. Marlo cut a $5,000 check. And Kandi, quickly said something in her confessional about how, she didn't think that, I don't know if it seemed like she was shading Marlo, but she was like, she felt like, people should have given a little bit more. But, on her speak on it, she said she was not shading Marlo, but she was, discussing some of the other women around her who she felt like, should have dug in their pockets a little more. On her speak on it, which some of y'all may or may not have seen, she sat there along with her assistant Dunn One, who she had magically, shade the person who she was speaking to in the confessional. And he said something like, this person can spend all of this money on ice sculptures, but can't give or donate to Kandi's cause. And, if you think about it, I guess they were talking about Kenya Moore. You remember Kenya Moore drags everybody for donation. She's still dragging Nene Leakes for that $20,000 donation to Detroit schools, and how she felt like Nene didn't do it at the appropriate time and yada, yada, yada. So why is it that all of a sudden Kenya ain't got no money to give to Kandi? He said Porsha gave $5,000 and Drew Sidora gave money too. Okay. What you say, Benjworthy? Not assistant. What is Dunn one her assistant? Isn't he her assistant? Somebody, if I'm wrong, correct me, because I don't know. I always thought he was her assistant. But anyway, Kenya didn't give anything. However, Team Twirl seems to feel that Kenya gave her time. And, her time is more valuable than her money. However, everybody gave their time, including people who ain't even on the roster yet. Who all gave their time? Hold on. Look, Joy. Remember I told you Joy. Who is Joy? We keep asking who is Joy. Well, Joy was there. Kenya was there. Cynthia was there. Kandi was there. Ace was there. Tanya was there. Marlo was there, and Porsha was there. Everybody was there. And like she said, Drew even gave money, even though she didn't, was she there? I don't think she was there. So yeah, so now speaking of Joy, we have found out who the elusive Joy is. For those of you who care, y'all remember Joy, who I was talking about last week? I said that Joy is Porsha's friend. Do y'all remember that? Hold on, let me show you who Joy was, because Joy was at Cynthia's party, and they said that Joy is Porsha's friend. Y'all remember Joy? Porsha's friend? Well, we finally found out who she is. Joy was testing, like I told y'all this summer. It was so many people testing. It was Joy, it was Drew Sidora, it was LaToya. Well, apparently Joy didn't make the cut. Like her little speaking scenes, honey, we haven't heard her speak, and yet she been in every dang episode almost. She was at Porsha's black party, she was at Cynthia's wedding party, and she was at the Kandi Cares event. Well, apparently Joy is a wife of a celebrity. Okay, Joy, whose name is Joy Thomas, is married to one half of Rock City. And for those of you who may or may not know Rock City is a duo. They produce, they write, they have written songs for Rihanna, for Akon, for a whole lot of people. Well, she is married to his last name is Thomas, but and his brother's last name is Thomas too. I think his name is Timothy Thomas. That's his name. And this is her and her husband, You may know him or you may not, but if you look up Rock City, he is one half of the Rock City duo. You said Rock City is still in the game. Yes, they still in the game. They making money behind the scenes, just like y'all say. Kandi is still in the game. Kandi writing songs and stuff. Rock City is writing songs. Okay. Kenya paid all her money to. Ooh, y'all so shady. Well, that is Joy's husband. So there is that. You said it's Rock City. Okay. Well, hopefully we may hear her speak eventually, because in her in her post today or yesterday, she wrote, that on the day that, she was there at the Kandi Cares situation, that's the day she found out her father had stage 4 cancer, and she pushed through. She said, such an amazing cause. So happy to be a part of this. Kandi, thanks for having me. Fun, fun, fun. I don't know. Maybe that is me on your screen. So people have been asking her, is that you? Is that you? We keep seeing you on TV. And so she finally acknowledged that it was her. So now we know who she is. She said, can Joy speak? Is she on mute? Well, so far we haven't heard her speak, but she can definitely type. And now we know who she is. As far as Kenya is concerned, she also shaded Porsha, because Porsha feels like Cynthia should have used her coochie coupons and not invited Dennis to the wedding, or asked Mike Hill not to invite Dennis to the wedding, because, if it wasn't for Porsha, Mike Hill would not know who Dennis is. And Porsha and Dennis were on not so good terms. So she was like, I don't know if I really want him to be there, or to have to see him, or at least, act nice around him. So Cynthia said she would try. And I don't know if she tried or not, but we do know that Dennis was at the wedding. Y'all have seen all the wedding pictures all up and down social media. But, they back together anyway. So there's that. I don't even think they were apart. Other than that, did Kenya shaded Porsha when she was talking about it and said, why should it matter, or something to that effect, and tried to brush it off. And I'm like, well, if it was Kenya would have been upset, because remember, Kenya was upset that Nene invited Walter and they weren't even in a real relationship either. Remember, Kenya had all the fake boyfriends. So if people had not invited all of Kenya's fake boyfriends to the wedding, nobody would be invited to the wedding, because everybody in Atlanta know everybody. Everybody know Walter. Why can't Walter come to the wedding, Kenya? We knew Walter before we knew you. So now Kenya talk about it don't matter. It do matter. Clearly it matters to her. But there's that. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you so very much. You heard that Cash App? Yes, Jonathan sent me some Cash App money. Yes, Walter. Y'all remember Walter? Walter is married with kids now. Walter ain't studying, y'all, and he sure as heck ain't studying Kenya. But one thing's for sure, if somebody said, I'm going to invite Mark to the wedding, but Kenya probably know Mark wasn't coming anyway. But there's that. So fake boyfriends, absent husband, same different day. About that, what can they do to fix this? Like I don't even get excited to watch it on Sundays anymore. I don't know. And people are saying that this week's episode was better. It wasn't that good to me. It really wasn't. I was hoping it would be, but it wasn't. People are saying, Nene was the glue that held them all together, but I don't even know if Nene could hold this situation together, honey. Is it production? It just feels so disjointed. Nothing is vibing. Nothing is connected. It's like, and then they show a scene where Kenya and Latoya actually said something to each other over the phone or over FaceTime, and Latoya told her that Marlo said something, and that we didn't even get to see that scene. So it's a bunch of things that's going on right now that I'm just like, y'all cutting out stuff to get to the stripper gate, and we don't know what's going on and why and who beefing and why this person don't like this person, because you keep cutting out scenes. We don't know anything. So it's just so bad. It is just so bad. And I hate that they going out like this. I mean, it used to be so good and we used to love it. You said stop dragging Kenya. Let me drag her one more time before I change subjects. Kenya said something to Cynthia. Cynthia was talking about Drew Sidora, or she was talking about somebody, and Kenya said something about Cynthia always picking up strays. I was really kind of mad at that because I felt like Cynthia should have popped off and been like, well, you the one sniffing up behind Stray Latoya's ass. Why is it that all of a sudden Cynthia is the one that's picking up strays? I'm confused. So, yeah, but there's that. That's the only drag I got, child. I don't really care. That's the only drag I have. But isn't she the one that's all up under Latoya and that's supposed to be Kandi's friend and she just stole the friend from Kandi? I'm just so sick. You said COVID made the show bad. I don't know if I can't blame COVID for this because they was all in the same place. They could have acted if COVID made the show bad, they would all be on these damn Zoom TV shows, these Zoom talk shows, like everybody else saying they got TV talk shows and they just on Zoom. So if that was gonna be bad, that would be bad. But they are actually around each other, which means they are actually generating footage, which means it is production that is horrible. It is like they getting paid for a job they not even doing. Like maybe they working from home and the kids running around and they can't edit correctly or something. I don't know what's going on, but Bravo needs to fix it. Somebody's pay needs to be cut or something because they still getting those ad dollars. Kandi want her free Chick-fil-A sandwich. All I know is they don't say my pleasure at Blaze Steak and Seafood or the OLG gang. That's all I know. So moving on from the Chick-fil-A. Maybe Kenya can let Proactive sponsor her. Ooh, y'all is shady. Y'all are so shady. Kenya's face has cleared up significantly since her first season. It really has. It's just karma for now. They all ganged up on Nene with their lying asses. Okay, Angela, I hear you.